Yo, how are we doing, everybody? So today I've decided to do a tier list for Super Bomberman R Online. I really like this game. At first I thought it was just a port from the Switch, but actually this is a completely unique new game that came out on Google Stadia a few days ago, and like it is so much fun. All the characters have different attributes, some of them have like special abilities, so there's definitely, some of them are much stronger than others. I've won the Battle Royale with every single character. I wanted to do that so like I would have a very good grasp of who was the strongest and who is the weakest. But as we put up this tier list, I'm just going to do it randomly. I'm not really going to start at the bottom or the top. So to start off, I'm going to do Blue Bomber. And yeah, Blue Bomber is going to have to go into B tier. The thing with Blue Bomber is, like, I like the, he has some fire, we can get max bombs, but there's just no speed, and there's no bomb kicks. Like, not having speed, I think, is one of the worst things you can have in this game, because it's like, you just can't get away from bombs. And then not having bomb kicks pretty huge as well, because it's like, you just can't stop people from locking you in. Like, you have bomb punch, which is something, so it's not too bad, but yeah, not having bomb kick really limits your options. But still, overall, I feel like Blue's a good character, so they can still go there at the very least. Next, after that, let's go ahead and put Black Bomberman into A tier. And very quickly for Black, what it is again, we have like decent fire, only 2 bombs, but we have so much speed. We start with speed, and we have potential 8. And Black Bomberman has bomb kick and bomb punch. So Black Bomberman does not have to worry about being stuck behind bombs or anything like that. Next up, let's go ahead and focus on doing the colors. Let's do Aqua. Aqua, I'm going to go ahead and put into... Yeah, we're going to put Aqua into B tier, along with Blue Bomberman. So the thing with Aqua, he starts with some fire, she can get up to 3 bombs. His potential, what is that, 5 speed? So not too bad. She has bomb punch. She doesn't have bomb kick, which definitely does hold her a bit back, but as long as she still has access to some form of protection when people are trying to trap her with bombs, right? Like she can still get in there. She can blow some people up, not a problem. Next, I guess we should do Pink Bomberman, and Pink is also going to go into B tier. Yeah, there we go, because I think Pink Bomber is a little bit better than the other two. What Pink Bomberman has going on is, yeah, look at that. She starts 5 in all 3 categories. She doesn't have bomb punch, but she does have bomb kick. So she doesn't really have to worry about picking up items. She can immediately focus on defeating enemies. Like, she doesn't get the bomb gloves either, or bomb throw rather. So that's one trick she doesn't have, but overall she's really, really good. So she definitely gets to go into B tier. After that, let's go ahead and do Red Bomberman, and Red Bomberman is going to have to go into C tier. Red Bomberman, not exactly what I would call the strongest. Like, he has so much fire, max potential 8, starts with 5, can get up to 4 bombs, but yeah, there on the right side, you can see that his potential speed is 2. That's just not good. You're not going to be running away from explosions with that. In fact, it would be really easy to die to your own explosions if you're not careful. And doesn't have access to bomb punch. You really want to have both bomb punch and bomb kick. So not having that and not having speed is just going to put him a little lower on the list compared to his brothers and sisters. So next we're going to have Yellow Bomberman. And Yellow Bomberman, I feel, might be a little bit better than Aqua. Yellow's definitely going to be sitting there in B tier. They're pretty well rounded. They potential 5 fire, potential 5 with bombs, and yeah, can at least get 3 speed, which isn't the worst. They start with bomb throw, and they can get bomb punch and bomb kick. Again, like, I cannot tell you how important being able to save yourself from bombs are, because it's like, this is a battle royale game. Surviving is the #1 key thing. Like, yeah, being able to put down bombs and do big explosions, that's really nice. But if you cannot protect yourself, you're not going to make it to the final round. So yeah, Yellow Bomber doing a little bit better than Aqua. So that just leaves us with 2 more, and that is going to be White Bomberman and Green. Let's go ahead and do White first. Now, White Bomberman doesn't really have anything unique, and that is going to be what makes White Bomberman S tier. So here's the thing with White Bomberman. They have max potential fire, max potential bombs, max potential speed, and they can get any of the power-ups like the bomb punch, the bomb kick, the bomb throw, spike bombs, the slime bombs, whatever. Like, White Bomberman has access to everything. They don't start with much. They start with 2 fire and 1 bomb. So like when it comes to like starting out, White Bomberman is definitely the weakest. However, so much potential. If you can make it to late game, you're the most powerful Bomberman out of the colors for sure. So yeah, White Bomberman all the way in the top. And then yeah, I think you saw Green Bomber as I was going through. So yeah, no, if there's someone that might be weaker than White Bomberman at the start, it actually would be Green Bomberman. Has 1 fire, 1 bomb, 0 speed. Not even any potential. Thankfully, Green Bomberman does start with bomb punch and bomb kick and bomb throw, so it's like Green Bomberman can avoid people trying to trap them. Like, they can definitely escape. But they don't have a lot of speed, so it is still tricky for them to get away from some scary situations, and they can't really put their opponents in any danger. Like, Green Bomberman can only really excel if the opponent is giving Green Bomberman bombs to utilize, using the bomb kick and the bomb punch. So yeah, unfortunately, Green Bomberman is going to have to go into D tier. Like, just having no speed, no bombs, no fire, you hate to see it. But hey, if you can win a Battle Royale with Green Bomberman, you know you gotta be pretty good at the game. Like, you gotta pat yourself on the back on that one. So next, we finished all of the bomber types, so I guess we'll go right into attack types. So let's do Simon Belmont, who has 7 potential fire, only the 1 bomb, and 7 potential speed, access to all those other power-ups. So that's a very well-rounded character for the most part. They're really only lacking bombs. They don't have a lot of bomb presence, so that doesn't mean they can't really zone too well. But yeah, no, that's still a very good character. And then most importantly, they have a whip ability. It says uses the whip to pull in bombs and characters. You can use that to pull characters into your own bombs and stun them, which allows you, or I guess your own bomb. I'm sorry, I added the S for plural there. But yeah, you can pull them into your bomb and they will be stunned, and that is the easy way to get KO'd. So Simon Belmont, despite only having 1 bomb, very, very strong character. After that would have to be Pyramid Head. He only has the 1 fire and 1 bomb, no speed, and unlike Green Bomberman, does not get the bomb kick or bomb throw, is locked out of unique bombs, only has the potential to get bomb punch. However, Pyramid Head does have a unique ability called Judgment. They get to defeat a character they've come into contact with. With that being a thing, I would have to say that is going to rise Pyramid Head all the way up to D tier. Like, they're just so fast. It's like, oh my goodness. So like, it's really nice that like, Pyramid Head, in my opinion, this is one of those, how to say, they're a character that has a very high floor skill level, I guess, where essentially it's very easy to get wins with this character, like in the early game, like winning the rounds or the phases or whatever. Because literally all you have to do is stand next to someone and use your Judgment ability and they die immediately. But this ability is, I don't think it transitions very well into the late game. Unfortunately, like, when you use the ability, it makes you even slower than 0 speed, so that's really bad. So as long as people keep their distance away from Pyramid Head, they should always get the win. But yeah, Pyramid Head is one of those, again, high floor skill level characters. So they're similar to like Little Mac and Smash Brothers. Like when you're playing with players that don't really get the game too much, you're going to get a lot of wins. You're going to get a lot of kills. Like, you'll definitely be able to defeat so many players. But again, once you get into the late game or you're playing against experienced players, it's going to be really hard. So yeah, play Pyramid Head at your own risk. They're a very, very fun character though, no doubt about that. The instant satisfaction of using Judgment is really nice. Alright, so next we have Raiden over here, who, you know, pretty even spread, a little bit on the slow side, but they have the potential to get all of those abilities, punch, kick, throw. And they have Ninja Run as their unique ability. It allows you to perform consecutive dash strikes that can send characters flying. This is actually stupid good. Because it's like, the only real downside to Raiden is that he's a little slow, but not really, because you have the Ninja Run ability. So you can actually move around very, very quickly. And on top of that, you can use your Ninja Run. You can run into other Bombermen, and you will knock them to in a direction. So you can knock them into explosions, which is so good. So with that being in there, I would have to say that Raiden is S tier. Like, they're going right in there next to White Bomberman. Like, yeah, they don't have the potential, like, 888 on everything, but if you can confirm KOs, that's really all that matters. So, yeah, Raiden's going to have to go into S tier. Alright, so next up is going to be Alucard, who is a speed-type character. Again, pretty well-rounded. They don't quite hit the 5s, and they don't get Bomb Punch. However, Alucard's special ability is Mist. Turn into Mist to pass through bombs and blasts. So, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but, like, personally, I think the biggest thing that matters for characters in this game is their survivability, and not having access to, like, Bomb Punch or Bomb Kick can be really bad. And, like, Alucard not having Bomb Punch is definitely a little sad, but they can literally turn into Mist. So you can survive in situations that no other character can survive in. You can be inside explosions, but you won't die because you're inside a Mist. So with an ability that powerful, Alucard's going to go straight into S tier. Like, that's pretty tough to beat. Like, you have to get Alucard to use his Mist, and only after that do you have a chance to actually knock him out. So Alucard, super strong. Next up, we're going to have Vic Viper. Vic Viper has 5 potential speed, 4 bombs, a lot of speed. And then, yeah, their ability is speed up. Moves straight forward at high speed, stopping you when hitting a block or a wall. Now, that's pretty cool. The only downside to this ability is that there's a power-up or an ally or a partner called Louis that you can get in this game. There's an egg that you can find, and if you find the egg, it hatches into Louis. And Louis also has a speed-up ability. Effectively, only Louis can use it indefinitely, where Vic Viper has a cooldown on their speed-up. So if you have Louis and your Vic Viper, your ability is just like, it just doesn't feel like you're getting too much out of it. But that aside, Vic Viper is still a very good character, because they're so well-rounded. They have access to essentially everything. Like, yeah, they don't have 8 bombs, they don't have 8 fire, but still, having their stats that can go up potentially that high is really, really nice. There's no real downside to playing Vic Viper. Like, yeah, White Bomberman has the higher maxes, but Vic Viper does still have the speed up, so if you can't find Louis, you can speed your way out of certain scenarios, so that's not bad. Mobility is so huge in this game. So Vic Viper is definitely going to go into A tier. That is a really good character, in my opinion. So after Vic Viper, we got Bill Bomber. Bill Bomber, fire potential of 4, bombs aren't exactly super high, decent speed though, but they do not have access to Bomb Punch or Bomb Kick. That's really bad. But they do have the Contra Shot, which shoots 4 squares ahead, erasing bombs and knocking out characters. That is pretty good. Like, it is really nice to be able to, so yeah, like, you can't save yourself if you're locked in to a wall and there's bombs keeping you in there, right? But you can just shoot your way out. But if the cooldown is currently, you know, still going down, then yeah, you won't be able to shoot yourself out. So Bill, while definitely being cool, is not one of the strongest characters in the game. So we're gonna have to put Bill into C tier. Because again, they just have such a hard time surviving. But, you know, because they can shoot enemies, they can definitely get some knockouts. You know, you can stun someone and then they won't be able to move out of the way of an explosion. So that's still good. It's not like he's a bad character, but it is tricky. Now, Lance, on the other hand, so Lance, pretty similar stats. They just kind of swapped around the fire and the bombs. And again, does not have access to Bomb Punch or Bomb Kick. But here's the problem. Lance, he shoots so much further than Bill does. 8 squares ahead. That is huge. But it doesn't destroy bombs. It blasts them. If you shoot a bomb, it will explode. And if that's a really big bomb, even if you're 8 squares away, you could still get knocked out. So you gotta be really, really careful. You gotta position just right. If you're not positioning correctly, like, you're just gonna get bopped. And if you get trapped by bombs and walls and stuff, you just die. Like, there's no getting out of that. So with that being the case, Lance definitely a cool character, but he's gonna have to go into the D tier. He is definitely one of the weaker characters. He has higher speed than both Pyramid Head and Green, but the fact that he cannot save himself from being trapped behind bombs is going to have to put him into the bottom tier there. So yeah, you hate to see it, but hey, you know, you can definitely still get some kills in there. Like, in fact, you can get multi-kills. You can hit multiple people when they go into that giant 8 square line of your gun, so definitely try to use that to your advantage. Now, Snake. Snake is super cool, right? So, you know, he has decent fire, he has good bombs, he has good speed. He does not get access to bomb kick, but he does still have the bomb punch. So that definitely means, you know, he can escape from some situations. But more importantly, his sneaking ability allows him to move around without being seen. Like, he literally turns invisible, which makes it so much easier to trap your enemies. And on top of that, when he's going invisible, he's actually a little bit faster. So with that being the case, Snake is definitely going to go into B tier. He is a super solid character all around, even though this isn't actually Solid Snake. But yeah, no man, I had a lot of fun playing as him. And then yeah, the character I actually won my last Battle Royale with was Richter Belmont, or Richter Bomber. He only has the 1 fire. So he has a very hard time zoning people out. He has a lot of bombs, so he can definitely get some bomb traps in. He has a lot of speed, which just allows for so much potential, be it trying to be aggressive or trying to play defensive, getting away from explosions. And he has access to all the other unique power-ups. And then his ability, the Vampire Killer Blood, when he swings his whip, he can grab onto bombs and characters, and he just moves through them. It's essentially like you can dash through bombs or dash through people. That's a very, very cool ability as far as mobility goes, and mobility is just so huge in this game. So I will definitely have to put this Belmont into B tier as well. He's not quite as strong as Simon because he can't like stun people and get the kills, but he's very, very mobile, so he is able to get around just fine. Not a problem. He ain't getting caught in any explosions. So that brings us to the unique characters. The first one is going to be Bubblehead, and with her, she has 2 fire, so, you know, twice as strong as Richter in that department. A lot of potential for bombs and speed, access to all the unique power-ups, and her ability is Scream. Inflict the skull effect to yourself. So this can be like all sorts of like random debuffs, and as long as you touch somebody else, you inflict that curse onto them. So it's literally like playing a zombie, right? As long as you touch them, they get the zombie effect, but you actually lose that effect, right? Like say you have the effect that causes you to shoot bombs every second that you can. That's very dangerous. But you touch somebody else and then they have that instead, and there's a very good chance that they might blow themselves up. So a very, very good ability, personally, I would have to say. So with her nice stats, I'm going to have to put Bubblehead into B tier as well. She is a very solid character, a little on the random side, but that is not necessarily a bad thing because she has so much potential overall. Alright, so next we're going to have Princess Tomato Bomber. So her potential on her stats is definitely on the low side. She can't get Spike or the Slime or Jelly Bombs. I can't remember what they're called, but yeah, she still gets Bomb Punch, she still gets Bomb Kick, and her ability is pretty unique. It is My Hero. Power up one nearby character and get them to protect you. So, like, I was so confused when I read that, but essentially what it is your character, once you power up somebody else, your character automatically follows them. So it's really difficult for them to try to defeat you because they, like, where they go, you go. So essentially someone can play the game for you and actually quite literally be your knight in shining armor. So it's a very, very fun ability, very cool. But yeah, her potential is still on the low side, so she will go into C tier, unfortunately. But yeah, you know, if you can use her ability to get people to protect you, you can definitely make it all the way to the final phase, so don't be afraid to use Princess Tomato. Next up is going to be Mimi. She does not have Bomb Kick and very low fire, but she has plenty of bombs and speed. And her ability Tempo Change Up randomly speeds up the bomb counters of surrounding characters. So essentially what that's useful for is you can catch people unaware, yeah? You use that buff on them, and they might be trying to blow you up or set something up with their bombs, but they're not used to their bombs being so fast, so they might not walk out of the explosion in time. And so you don't even have to blow people up, you can make other people blow themselves up. That, I have to say, is a pretty useful ability. Definitely not the strongest. So she is going to go into C tier just because her overall potential is a little low defensively. So yeah, she's going to have to go into C tier. Still a good character though. And then after that is Nyami, who has the same stats. They just kind of switch between who has access to Bomb Punch and who has access to Bomb Kick. And her ability is also the opposite. Instead of speeding up bombs exploding, she slows them down. So that is a little bit better defensively, but the fact that she can zone a little bit better because she has Bomb Kick, but even then she only has the 2 fire. The 2 fire is really holding these two characters back, and their unique abilities just aren't really strong enough compared to the other characters. So she will have to go into C tier as well. And that leaves us with our last character, Robby the Rabbit. So this character has 1 fire, so we won't be doing too much zoning, and they have 2 speed, which is not the worst, but that's definitely pretty slow. Thankfully they can get a good amount of bombs, and yeah, they have access to both Bomb Punch and Bomb Kick, so that's really, really good. But the amazing thing about Robby is their ability Distortion. Characters who come into contact with them become frozen in fear. Essentially, what you do when you use Robby's ability is they get, it's this like animation that plays for like half a second or so, and then Robby becomes exceptionally fast, and the first person you come in contact with is stunned. So you never have to worry about speed with this character, honestly. Like, you can use that ability defensively just to run away from a bad situation, or aggressively you can go in and stun someone and potentially set up a trap, or they might end up exploding from their own bomb. So that is a very good ability that makes up for his speed weakness and allows him to get KOs. So yeah, he's going to go all the way up into A tier. The lack of fire is really the only thing stopping him from getting into S tier. But yeah, Robby, super good. And yeah, with that is going to be my tier list. All the characters are placed, and I didn't plan for this, but yeah, it's actually sorted pretty well, right? The mid tier obviously being the biggest tier, with the top and bottom tiers reflecting. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think this worked out. But yeah, I have a lot of fun playing this game. I think Super Bomberman R Online is an amazing battle royale. It is out on Google Stadia right now, and there's a free trial to use Google Stadia, so you could be playing Bomberman R Online for free right now. So if you're not already doing that, I would highly suggest checking it out. But yeah, hopefully I will see some of you guys out there in the quick matches. Peace.